Welcome to episode 12 of Dao To The Wire, where we break down the game, the grind, and the great moments. I'm your host, Dylan Dow, and week 3 of my Friday Night Lights tour takes me back to my alma mater, Mira Mesa High School, where the Marauders squared off against the West Hills Wolfpack. The Marauders entered this game undefeated, while the Wolfpack are still searching for their first win. What followed was a hard-fought defensive battle, low-scoring, high-intensity game, and both teams leaving everything on the field until the final whistle. After the game, I caught up with head coach Coach Reyes and a few Marauders to talk about the emotions throughout the matchup and what it means to flip the script. Just last season, the Marauders completed their regular season 0-10 and now have stormed out to a 3-0 start starting this new year. The Marauders have a bye week and will travel to the Scripps Ranch the following week for a meaningful game as they try to reclaim their trophy for the Battle of the 15. So let's get down to the wire. I'm back here with head coach Coach Reyes for the Marauders. Coach Reyes, you guys, 0-10 last season. You guys flipped the script. Start the season off 3-0. Can you walk me through the first 3 games?
Man, it's just been a team effort. Our kids are just resilient. They're fighting. They're trying to prove that they're not the same team. They're trying to prove and bring back Mira Mesa. So they're just working hard, man. I don't know what else to say other than the kids are earned it. The kids earned it.
This was a hard-fought game, both sides of the ball. Your defense stepped up, didn't allow a single score until the end of the fourth. Can you kind of walk me through this game a little bit? What's your call-in and the emotions?
You know what, man? It was just an emotional game. We could, guys went down with the humidity and stuff. Some of our guys started cramping. Some of our key guys started cramping. There was a questionable call where they eject somebody late, and it kind of on film we're looking at it. It's not what it is. So. There's a couple plays that went sideways that kind of threw us in the wrong direction, but they run an offense that just pounds you, right? That just wears you out. So we stayed resilient. We just kept fighting. We were starting to get wore down at the end, but when it mattered, the guys stepped up and made big plays. So
you guys, 3 games down, going to bye week next week. What do you guys kind of do to prepare for this bye week? You good, Coach? You good? What do you do during the bye week to prepare?
Right now we got one goal in mind, man. We got to go get that trophy back, right? There's a Battle of the 15 trophy that we lost last year. It's been here for the last 5 years up until last year, so we just want to go back and get it, and we want to run the town. That's kind of our goal, right? Like I tell the kids, don't be shy, don't shy away from it. Like we want to go play scripts. They beat us last year, and we want to get some payback. It's a friendly competition. They got some coaches over there that I'm pretty good friends with, so it's not nothing negative. It's all friendly competition, but it's still competition,
And then lastly, can you tell me a little about this community? 2 minutes left. They're pushing towards the red zone, and this crowd is loud, and they can't even call audibles. So can you kind of tell me a little about
what, man? I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that. We got 250 people in the band. We got one of the best bands in the state of California. Our student section is rocking. It was a little quiet in the middle of third quarter, and they don't realize how much of a
impact
they make, right? Like when they're up and running and loud and the music's going and the band is going, like they ain't nothing like it. Like we have everything that it takes to just have one of the best student sections. So I hope that they realize what they did for us today in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, that 12 man, stepped up a lot. So I had goosebumps out there, So I'm excited to hear the band, hear the student section going crazy. It was fun.
Great win. Thank you for your time, Coach. I
appreciate you, man. Thank you for always coming by.
Of course.
Thanks, man.
Back here with Mira Mesa athlete Niko Cato. Niko, how does it feel for you guys to start the season 3-0 after last season?
It feels good. We always bounce back from that 0-10 season that's in the past. We got a new team, new coaches, and we're ready to go even further.
Can you kind of walk me through this game a little? It was a really hard-fought game, kind of going back and forth, low-scoring game, hard-fought on defense, pounding the ball on offense. Can you kind of walk me through it?
Yeah, we came out strong, scoring on that first drive, and then defense held it down, and we got a little tired, but we still came out with the dub.
And then can you walk me through your sack? You had a big sack on third down. Can you walk me through that play?
Man, I just saw the quarterback wide open. I had to go tackle him now.
And then next week you guys got a bye week. Can you kind of tell me what you do during the bye week to get your body right and make sure you're ready for scripts?
Yeah, we're going to recover, hit that weight room, and still be on this field. Get ready for over the 15.
I'm here with Cza Brown, wide receiver DB for the Mira Mesa Marauders. Zay, can you walk me through this game?
This game was very physical. We knew it was going to be a physical game. They're a heavy run team. We just had to stay focused, stay locked in, stay strong. Offense came out strong, and then guys started getting tired, but we stood locked in. Our defense played strong, has been playing strong all year long as well.
I spoke to you before the season, and you were telling me how you're making that transition from corner to safety. And you go last week against Valhalla, get a pick. This week you get another pick. Can you kind of tell me what you're working on and reading your keys?
I'm just trying to do everything that I can, I seen the balls, in the air, and I just try to go get it. Coach tells me all the time to be a playmaker, and that's what I do out there. That's it.
You're not only a ball hawk, but you're also a big hitter as well. Can you walk me through that big hit on the sideline you had? It was a little kind of a controversial call, but can you walk me through it?
Man, I saw the guy start running his wheel, and I was like, okay, I got to get there. Boom. He throws it in the air. I'm like, he's about to catch it, so I couldn't go for the ball. So I went for him. I turned my shoulder, and I got that hit. That's it.
You're at Mira Mesa. You guys got a bye week. And then after that, you guys got Scripps, probably one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of the season for you guys, Battle of the 15. Can you walk me through what you're doing during that bye week and how you prepare for Scripps?
During this bye week, we're going to be lifting. We're going to be preparing for Scripps, getting stronger, all that, fix up all the things that we need to. Our offense got to work on a lot of stuff. So do our defense. That's just that.
All right, thank you, Zay. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
I'm here with
Eddie Olozagaste.
Eddie. This was a hard-fought game. You guys come out with a W. Defensively, you only allowed them to 7 points, and you yourself had 2 sacks. Can you kind of walk me through your defense and what you guys are calling and the sacks you had?
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to say thank you to my defense because we had 11 hats on that ball throughout the whole night. And I feel like I was flying around the whole night. I feel like their offensive linemen were really they weren't really like that. And it was really easy tonight.
And then what can we expect from you and the team the rest of the season?
We gonna come out with a bunch of wins, and we all youngsters, you know. We all really on a come up, and yeah, we finna come up this year for sure.
Thank you, appreciate you for your time.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm here with right tackle and defensive tackle Nemo Hassan for the Mira Mesa Marauders. Nemo, you're coming in as a freshman, starting on varsity. Can you tell me what that feels like for you?
It feels pretty good. I get to ball out with my brother before he graduates because he's a senior, and that's all the youngest dream of. They just want to play with their older brother before he leaves. That's a blessing.
You know, you're a hard worker. I see on your Instagram stories you're always working and grinding. Can you kind of tell me about your work ethic?
I love playing football, man. You get to hit people, bro. I've been playing for 6 years, and coming in as a freshman is just a blessing.
Can you kind of walk me through this game a little bit on defense? You know, you guys only allow 7 points. Can you kind of tell me, offense and defensively, what you're doing on the line to make sure?
For offense, I just need to get my pass pro better. Stopped him. He tried ripping, and he couldn't get by me. But they got a 6'5", 290 dude. I'm not scared of big people or small people. I'm going to make it happen. And for D-line, we just squeezing the gaps. That's how we end strong right there. You finish games clearly. You start strong, you end strong.
And lastly, after this bye week, you guys got one of the biggest games of the season for you guys, Battle of the 15 versus Scripps fans. Can you tell me a little about what that game means to you?
That game means a lot. They've been trash talking us all over social media, and we've been going back and forth, and I think it's time for us to reclaim our Mira Mesa trophy back.
All right, thank you for your time. Thank you.